Hello, hello, and welcome. We thought we'd just do a lovely reflective Hogmannay Jam with lovely Scottish music and everything there to just send you on your way, if you like, into the new year. But first and foremost, we wish to dedicate this broadcast particularly because we deliberated over whether we should do anything. And we wish to dedicate this to Matthew Good, because he was a fabulous supporter of the jam and the music and loved everything that was broadcast and everything that was there and joined in every way. And we'd like to dedicate this broadcast in all cases to that. The first song I would love to do is a song which I'm hoping I can dedicate also to Paul and Catriona. He wishes you peace in your heart. He sees you on the road trying to make your way home. He wishes you peace in your heart. Wishes you peace in your heart. He sees the tears in your life. You're not alone anymore. He wishes you peace in your heart. Peace in your heart. With the love you will always know. He brings you love you will always know. With the love we will always know. He brings you love you will always know. He sees you working hard every moment trying to get through the day. Brings you peace in your heart. He brings you peace in your heart. With another day older, you'll chase the darkness from your life. You'll bring you peace in your heart. He'll bring you peace in your heart. With the love you will always know. He brings a love you will always know. With the love you will always know. He brings you love you will always know. May the next day go easy on your soul. May the next year go easy on your soul, on your soul, on your soul. If no one told you today that he loves you, my brothers and sisters, he brings you peace in your heart. He loves you and wishes you peace in your heart. No one told you today that he loves you, my brothers and sisters. He loves you and wishes you peace in your heart. He loves you and wishes you peace in your heart. May the next day go easy on your soul, on your soul. May the next day go easy on your soul, on your soul, on your soul. No one told you today that he loves you, my brothers and sisters. He loves you, gives you peace in your heart. No one told you today he loves you, my brothers and sisters. He loves you and wishes you peace in your heart. Wishes you peace in your heart. May the next day go easy on your soul, on your soul. May the next day go easy on your soul, on your soul, on your soul. told you today that he loves you, my brothers and sisters. He loves you and wishes you peace in your heart. Loves you and wishes you peace in your heart. It's an amazing song, that. It says all that I can't say in words, and much, much more. And that's the beautiful thing about song. It's the beautiful thing when we feel we're not able to express ourselves. Song and verse can absolutely do it for us. We wish you peace in your heart. Now I've got a lovely, I thought it'd fit in quite nicely with our beautiful Amazing Grace, My Chains Are Gone. Amazing grace, how sweet the sound that saved a wretch like me. I once was lost, but now I'm found. Was blind, but now I see. 'Twas grace that taught my heart to feel. Grace my fears relieve. How precious did that grace appear the hour I first believed. My chains are gone, I've been set free. My God, my Savior, ransom me. And like a flood, His mercy reigns, unending love, amazing grace. The Lord has promised good to us, His word our hope secure. He will our shield and portion be, as long as life endures. My chains are gone, I've been set free. My God, my Savior, ransom me. And like a flood, His mercy reigns, unending love, amazing grace. The earth shall soon dissolve like snow, the sun forbade to shine. But God, who called me there below, will be forever mine. Will be forever mine. Now today, or this broadcast, is also about a little bit of reflection, particularly over the year, a year of wonderful music and wonderful contribution from so many, Matthew included. We started in April with the Windows of Resurrection and a tour there, a broadcast there from Edinburgh with Ian and Zarita and the gang. And it was wonderful to be part of it, and part of something that was bigger than what we ever imagined, the Windows of Resurrection. It really, image-wise, gave such a boost to everyone that came to see it, hundreds did. And as we went into July, we joined the Refuel with Craig Mackay and the Refuel team. And it was a brilliant time of uplifting. We all felt we got fed. I certainly did get refueled and fed by everybody we met. And we met so many, many people. So many people like Deborah Bates and Scott Nichol. And we had so many other folks all join us. Connie Mack, we met there too. It just was beautiful to meet so many other kindred spirits. And we went on to link these guys, and they joined us in music throughout the rest of the year. And of course, it brings us up to the Festival of Song, which was a bounty, a bounty. We must have had 20 people in this little packed room, just singing and praising in a festival of song. And that's what song and music can do. So there's been a wonderful reflection of different people, and none of which I could have done without Ian Paget and Amy and Zarita, because Ian particularly organising and just motivating and keeping us going really, really made a big, big difference. So thank you so much for coming in and joining us. I see Catherine's joined us. Thank you. It's an impromptu, Catherine, an impromptu session, maybe just to reflect going forward and going forward into the new year. Thank you so much for joining us live. And Laura Miller's here too. And Laura, thank you so much. And Ian Henderson. Ian, God bless you. God bless you for coming in and joining us. We missed you dearly, and we hope in the next year to get you and get your contribution and get it recorded. Thank you so much. And a few other names to mention: Colin and Kin, Josh and Miriam. Who can remember? That was fabulous. And Duncan and Shona joined us. And Chris is once fabulous too. It was just all a wonderful, wonderful time of contribution. And there's lots of names. My apologies, I can't remember all. I've written some down, but I can't remember all of them. And of course, the people that joined us and asked us and praised and joined in with some of the music. But at this point, I want to open it up to a little bit of Scottish music. I've got my tartan trews and my big Scottish blouse on. I don't know what they call it, but it's a big Scottish blouse in other terms. It's a ghillie blouse. I'm corrected by our director and master producer, Jack. Thank you so much, Jack, too, for being here. A ghillie shirt. It is a ghillie shirt. I'd forget my name. Give me a second to just have a little drink of water. Now, I want to open, if you like, with some lovely Burns songs. Beautiful medley. I put together a medley of there's 4 Burns songs. I want to do them all, but there's not enough time, so I put together a lovely little medley of My Love Is Like a Red, Red Rose, Afon Kiss, Ye Jacobites by Name, and You're Welcome, Willie Stewart. 4 Brammers, absolute crackers. Enjoy. My love is like a red, red rose that's newly sprung in June. My love is like a melody that's sweetly played in tune. As fair art thou, my bonny lass, so deep in love am I, and I will love thee still, my dear, till all the seas can dry. Half on kiss and then we sever, a farewell and gone forever. Deep in heart-wrung fears I pledge thee, warring sighs and groans I wait thee. Fare thee well, thou first and fairest. Fare thee well, thou best and dearest. Thine be like a joy and treasure, peace, enjoyment, love, and pleasure. Ye Jacobites by name, land near, 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 ye Jacobites by name. Your faults I will proclaim, your doctrines I might blame. You shall hear, your doctrines I might blame. You shall hear. What makes heroic strife? Fame afar, fame afar. What makes heroic strife? Fame afar. What makes heroic stray to what assassin's knife, or a haunt appearance like with a bloody war, or a haunt appearance like with a bloody war. You're welcome, Willie Stewart. You're welcome, Willie Stewart. There's ne'er a flower that blooms in May that's half so welcome thou. You're welcome, Willie Stewart. You're welcome, Willie Stewart. There's ne'er a flower that blooms in May that's half so welcome thou. May foes be strong and friends be slack, and action may you rue it. May the woman on your back, ranks you Willie Stewart. You're welcome, Willie Stewart. You're welcome, Willie Stewart. There's ne'er a flower that blooms in May that's half so welcome thou art. You're welcome, Willie Stewart. You're welcome, Willie Stewart. You're ne'er a flower that blooms in May that's half so welcome thou art. What a lovely, lovely penned set of songs that Burns had written there. I've only sampled them and did a little bit to it, but it just warms their hearts. It warms their hearts and takes us back to the true Scottish point of what the new year is about, reflecting just before it, the nerdy, just reflecting on what's going on. And I see Hazel's joined us too, and thank you, Hazel and Laura, for commenting and saying hello. It's so good that you could join us and watch it back as it comes closer to the jam. It may be the only thing that's on tonight that you could actually just thoroughly enjoy. Who knows? Who knows? But that's the intention. Basically, just to put together a lovely little selection of Scottish memorabilia. Now, I've got another song I'd really love. I really love this song. I've got to credit it to someone else. It's a fabulous song called Wild Roving, but it's not the one you know. It's a different melody, and it's a completely different melody. And it was a chap called Sam introduced to me. Sadly, he's no longer here, but Sam, tipping my hat to you. This one I remembered, and I'll hopefully do it honour to you. Sam, thank you so much for teaching me this song. Of course, it's all about the prodigal son. In the last verse, the prodigal son comes back. And, of course, he's looking to find a new home. I've been a wild rover for many a year, and I've spent all my money on wine and beer. And now I'm returning with gold and great store. Where shall I play the wild rover no more? Wild roving I devour. ne'er shall I play the wild rover no more. I went to an alehouse I used to frequent, and I told the landlady my money it was spent. I asked her for credit, she answered me nay, and such as yours I can have any day. While roving I'll give o'er, ne'er shall I play the wild rover no more. Well, I took from my pocket 10 sovereigns of bright, and the landlady's eyes opened wide with delight. She says, I have whiskies and wines of the best, and the words that you told me were only in jest. While roving I'll give o'er, though ne'er shall I play the wild rover no more. I'll go home to my parents, confess what I've done, and I'll ask them to pardon their prodigal son. And when they forgive me, as often times before, I'll never play the wild rover no more. While roving I'll give o'er, ne'er shall I play the wild rover no more. What a great version of that. It is a great version. It's got a brilliant, brilliant Scottish rhythm to it. And as I say, thank you so much for joining me. And Marion's there too. Thank you so much, Marion, for joining us in this Hogmannay. Just a reflection of what's been in the past, what's went past and what we're looking forward to in terms of music and worship and camaraderie. So thank you so much for joining. I've got one particular song I wanted to do here. It is an original song. It's called Bringing Us Home, but I wrote it particularly the first time. I've changed it. I've got 3 versions of this, but this particular one is really about Scotland and about how so many people abroad, expats, love to come home and come back to Scotland. But they think of the past a great deal. And this time of year is about thinking about the past in many ways. But we're having to dilly-dally too long on it, because going over old history, as the song says, will damage your mind. And it's a song about that. And it's also a song about the camaraderie of coming back and what we love, the love of the country. It runs in our blood, and particularly if you're Scottish and of Irish, it certainly does. So let me play this version. Where you're wasting your time in your life and regret, it poisons your mind and your doubts and despair. Where you're wasting your time in lists that it teaches you wisdom and strength. Going over old history will damage your mind. Where you're wasting your time Be present today and move on to great things. Fixing your mind with this promise of life. Pray for a joyful outlook to your life and your soul. And I'll bring us all home. The love of our country, it runs in our blood, just like us all in much need of repair. Imperfect, but it brings us all home. We make the imperfect, but it works with us all to reshape your future and let something go. It brings us all home. Be present today and move on to great things. Fixing your mind with this promise of life. Pray for a joyful outlook to your life and your soul. And it brings us all home. So start with the little that you have in each day. You always need something to help us renew. If you look for a hand, these miracles happen with something to hand. The multiplication is what he can do. If you look for his hand, I recognize all that is done in the world, but only a small part of what's going on. So do what you can to create something new and take help to bring us all home. This promise for you, this promise for you, this love is for you to bring us all home. The joy of the flow is the strength for today, a promise of love and a purpose for life. It will bring us all home. Will you let family love you with the passion and care? Let go of your selfish life just for the day. Then bring us all home. Be present today and move on to great things. Fixing your minds with the promise of life. Pray for a joyful outlook to your life and your soul. And it brings it all home. I pray for a joyful outlook to your life, your soul. It brings us all home. It's a lovely song about reminiscing. I remember when we had relatives from America, and they would come over and grace us with their presence, probably in the 70s. I was a bit younger. But in the 70s, we all knew, we all had family that had been going over to Australia, had went over to America, Canada, and all to discover new things and find new ways. And they came back and told us all about how rubbish Scotland was. But they still come back just the same. And they love telling us the stories about how glorious America was and Canada was and Australia. And I've still got lots of relatives out there, in Canada particularly. It's a shout out to my relatives, Tony and Pauline, and all went, there's a whole load of them, all went out there and all made a new life. And it's a wonderful, wonderful thing. And we loved having them back because they brought this new spirit. And you too, you'll probably have some people, that family that used to come back and just inject, just around this time, New Year, and inject that lovely buzz of excitement and always brought some fabulous presents too from the far west, if you like. Denise is there too. God bless you, Denise. Wishing you a happy new year too. It's been a tough time for you and Ian, and I hope you're just managing to go over. I know you had broken your foot recently, your toes. Gosh, you're a girl that just seems to cause more damage to yourself every day. So I'm hoping God's with you to keep you safe. Keep you safe. Now, this next little selection, I'm tugging at your heartstrings here too, because it's, again, I've put together, I'd love to do loads and loads of Scottish songs, but this little lot is another medley. It's Will You Go, Lassie Go, and Step McGailey, and Scottish Soldier. And it was particularly always asked, we've got a lovely group of friends over in Bakersfield, California, and would always come over and they'd always kindly ask me to do lots of Scottish songs that I wouldn't normally do. You know, I wouldn't even rate them. Here we are. It was just exactly what they needed. And this was a medley that they loved. So, Will You Go, Lassie Go, Step McGailey, and Scottish Soldier. Enjoy. Oh, the summer time is coming, and the trees are sweetly blooming, and the wild mountain thyme grows around the blooming heather. Will you go, lassie, go? And we'll all go together to pluck wild mountain thyme all around the blooming heather. Will you go, lassie, go? If my true love, she were gone, I would surely find another to pluck wild mountain thyme, grow around the blooming heather. Will you go, lassie, go? And we'll all go together to pluck wild mountain thyme all around the blooming heather. Will you go, lassie, go? Step McGailey, on we go, heel for heel and toe for toe, arm in arm and row off on Mary's way. O'er the hill and up and down, Buckle green and black and brown, past the shield and through the town, all for sake of man. Step McGailey, on we go, heel for heel and toe for toe, arm and row off on Mary's way. Red cheeks are Rowan's are brighter eyes than any star, fairest of them all with power in my darling Mary. Join in, step McGailey, on we go, heel for heel and toe for toe, arm and toe and row off on Mary's way. There was a soldier, a wonder soldier, who wandered far away, soldiered far away. Was none bolder and good broad shoulders, he fought in many a fray and won. He seen the glory and told the stories of battles glorious and deeds victorious. Now he's sighing, his heart is crying, to leave those green hills of Tyrone, because those green hills are not Highland hills, are not the island's hills, they're not my land's hills. And far as these green foreign hills may be, they're not the hills of my own home. And so the soldier, the Scottish soldier, will wander far no more, soldier far no more. And in the hillside, the Scottish hillside, he'll hear the piper play the soldier home. He's seen the glory and told the stories of battles glorious and deeds victorious. The bugles cease now, now he's at peace now, far from these green hills of Tyrone. Because those green hills are not Highland hills, they're not the island's hills, they're not my land's hills. They're where these green foreign hills may be, they're not the hills of my own home. Because those green hills are not Highland hills, are not the island's hills, they're not my land's hills. And fair as these green foreign hills may be, they're not the hills of my own home. And a big thank you too to John Perry. Happy Hogmannay to you too, John. It's lovely that you could join us. I was just going to send you a message today because we were hoping, John and I were hoping to catch up with Landon over this Christmas period, and it just never happened. But maybe in this next week, John, maybe in this next week, if you've got any time off before you get back to work, let's catch up. I'll come through to Glasgow or vice versa, come and get you. It'd be lovely. It's a lovely time for catching up with friends. And that, I think, is the point of the next New Year as we move into the New Year. It's a lovely time for catching up with friends and putting the past behind and looking forward. Now, I've got a song that I must do. It's one of Jane's favourites, and I'm looking for it here. Yes, it begins with a W. Yes, Bonnie with Jeannie McCall. Doesn't begin with a W at all. Begins with a B. And the beautiful thing about this is it was a song, if you can picture it, the fair Lady Jane and her sister, her twin sister, up on top of a table. I think they were about 3 or 4 years old, singing A Bonnie Wee Jeannie McCall. And that was the song. And she recounts this story quite a lot. And we've got a picture somewhere. We must try and find this picture and get it posted up. A wee tiny, I mean, she's able to stand up on a table, so that's how small she was. But Bonnie wee Jeannie McCall, a fine wee lass, a bonnie wee lass, a bonnie wee Jeannie McCall. So I hope I'm introducing this to our American cousins and are hopefully recounting it to some of my Canadian relatives and Australian relatives. So Bonnie wee Jeannie McCall. A fine wee lass, a bonnie wee lass, says Bonnie wee Jeannie McCall. I gave her my mother's engagement ring, a bonny wee tartan shawl. I met her in a wedding in the cooperative hall. I was the best man, she was the belle of the ball. The first night that I met her, she was awfully shy. The rain came pouring down, she was happy, so was I. We ran like mad for shelter and we landed up a stair. The rain came pouring down my brakes, said I didn't care. The fine wee lass, a bonny wee lass, says Bonnie wee Jeannie McCall. I gave her my mother's a Rachel King and bonny tartan shawl. I met her at a wedding in the cooperative hall. I was the best man, she was the belle of the ball. My Jeannie and the bairns, we have a 3. The 2 daughters, a brawny lad, are sitting on my knee. The right wee holy terrors, and they're never still for long. To sit and listen every night while I sing the song. Oh, a bang wee lads, a bonny wee lads, a bonny wee Jeannie McCall. I gave her my mother's engagement ring, a bonny wee tartan shawl. I met her at a wedding in the cooperative hall. I was the best man, she was the belle of the ball. I was the best man, she was the belle of the ball. A lovely, lovely song, isn't it? Bonnie Wee Jeannie McCall, a great song, all in the words. I don't know who originally done it, but yeah, Joan Shackelford's. And Joan, God bless you. I hope you and Howard are doing wonderful. I keep in touch with you on Facebook. That's beautiful. Bonnie Wee Jeannie McCall. And Jane's also saying, I forgot about that too, Jane McCall Irvin is her name. She's the Bonnie Wee Jeannie McCall. There you go. We must get that picture up Facebook, that picture, if you can find it, Jane, where you're standing on the table, only a wee smite, 3-year-old, probably only 3. Now, I've only got a couple of songs more to do, and I'll keep you further, and I wish you really all the very, very best, and I wish you peace in your heart for the new year coming forward. But we've got a song here that I love to do before. I'll do the last song, I'll do Auld Lang Syne because it's kind of expected. But this song, The Parting Glass, excuse me, was originally sung right up to the 50s. And it was the Auld Lang Syne before it became, the Auld Lang Syne became it. And the Irish pinched it and called it their own. But this is a beautiful song. And there's many, many done a brilliant version of this. But Joan and the Bakersfield crew, they love Tony. Sometimes Tony uses, I'm reading the message there, Tony, but sometimes he uses the name Howard as well, and I get mixed up. My apologies. Tony and Joan. Anyway, The Parting Glass. Now, the beautiful thing about this song, of all the money that e'er I had, I've spent it in good company, and all the harm that e'er I've done, alas, it was to none but me, and all I've done for the want of wit to memory now I can't recall. So fill to me the parting glass. Good night and joy be with you all. Of all the comrades that e'er I had, they are sorry for my going away, and all the sweethearts that e'er I had, they wish me one more day to stay. But since it falls upon my lot that I should rise and you should not, I'll gently rise and I'll softly call. Good night and joy be with you all. A man may drink and not get drunk. Well, a man may fight and not be slain. A man may court a pretty girl and perhaps be welcome back again. But since it has, and it ought to fall. Come fill your glass, a parting glass. Good night and joy be with you all. Good night and joy be with you all. And thank you, Shona, for coming in. Thanks so much for joining us, all of you for joining us. And I'm wishing you a lovely, lovely Hogmannay and a grand new year as it goes forward. And I'm hoping that you'll all go face the new year with newfound hope. It's all we can do. It's all we're facing. And I've just reminded, actually, John Perry used to play this song with me and lead me. When I wasn't able to do much of the guitar playing, John would play it and I would concentrate and trying to do a bit of the singing. So thank you, John, for all your encouragement and your time that you've spent. Where I am now is entirely down to you, my friend, and many others. Blessings and wishes. Thanks so much. So just to take us out, I just wish to wish you all the best. I've got to do one of the last ones, of course, which is Auld Lang Syne. And I'll do it softly and sincerely. Should old acquaintance be forgot and never brought to mind? Should old acquaintance be forgot for the sake of Auld Lang Syne? For Auld Lang Syne, my Joe, for Auld Lang Syne, we'll take a cup of kindness yet for Auld Lang Syne. There's a hand, my trusty fair, and he's a hand o' thine. We'll take a right willy walk and sake of Auld Lang Syne. For Auld Lang Syne, my Joe, for Auld Lang Syne, we'll take a cup of kindness yet for sake of Auld Lang Syne. For Auld Lang Syne, my dear, for Auld Lang Syne, we'll take a cup of kindness yet for the sake of Auld Lang Syne. God bless.